everyone. It is January 1st, 2021. Happy New Year. Really quick outfit of the day. This is a self-drafted sweatshirt I made with some Girl Charlie Hachi sweater knit. It's got bishop sleeves with cuffs and and some black knit stretch pants. So, let's talk. Luna, say hello to your fans and then go somewhere else for a minute so I can sit down. Okay, so I hope you guys had a good, safe New Year's Eve. We stayed home. I was asleep by 12:30. I would have probably been to sleep earlier, but we had a lot of fireworks in our neighborhood. My husband heard fireworks until 4 a.m. But there was one guy at midnight who was a real standout. He lived somewhere behind us, and he had some things to say about the new year. So he yelled at full voice his manifesto of statements about the new year for 35 minutes or so, and those statements included things like F 2020, F the Russians, F communism. So that was kind of the gist of his manifesto, and then it just sort of continued to scream. It was like, if you know that Pantera song, Walk, it was like if somebody did that a cappella on bath salts for like half an hour. So that was happening. But I managed to fall asleep, which is a Christmas miracle, and slept pretty decently. And so I'm up today and working. So I didn't show y'all the shawl yesterday. I am behind on the shawl. So I will show you the last couple days of clues. If you are knitting the Color Me shawl by Boo Knits, and you are not up to today, which I think is day 8 or something, but actually this is day 7 for me of knitting it, don't look. All right, here we go. So I've done a second row of the like weird little puff stitch dot thing, and then some garter stitch, and then I've got 2 more rows to do on yesterday's clue before I can start today's clue. And let's see what today's clue will be later on, and I'll show you tomorrow. So that is the Boo Knits shawl. I did some sewing today. I'll show that in a second. But before that, this is the last of the Urban Decay new lipsticks. This is Caliente. This is a color that I can't find anything about online. Like I found like Talia's reviewed it, and then like 2 other people. And Talia's review, it looked really bubblegummy on her and on other people who tried it. And I was like, I'm gonna try it anyway. I did blot it down. It's a cream formula Urban Decay lipstick, so they're a little shiny at first, but I blotted it down really gently. And I think it's a nice, like, kind of neutral to cool pink. It'll be really nice in the summer. That's what I'm hoping. All right, what I did else today. I did film some video of doing this. I don't know if I'm gonna include that because it may be too dark in the sewing area. So this is the black velvet that I showed you guys, turned into a wrap dress with bishop sleeves. This is the Billy wrap dress by Ragamuffin Patterns, made in the black velvet Ragamuffin fabric. This sewed up really easily. I add a neckband to this pattern because it doesn't come with one. They want you to just fold it under and hem it, but I like the neckband. Although in this version I probably should have just done that because I think it would have actually looked really nice, but I did the neckband anyway. This is the short bishop sleeve, and instead of doing the A-line skirt that comes with it, I ended up just doing a half circle skirt because I wanted some fullness. I am going to try to take really good pictures of this tomorrow and put it up, but I will put links down below for the pattern for the dress and the fabric. It is going to be an affiliate link because the fabric was sent to me because I do work with Ragamuffin. But I'm going to throw it on for you guys so you can see it. You'll get a sneak peek of how it came out. Let me get out of frame. Right, so here is the dress. As you can see, it's got the crossover front. Fix that band, there we go. It's got the bishop sleeves. I love the short bishop sleeves. I just think they're a lot of fun. What is on my dress? Is it a little piece of fuzz? It's a piece of fuzz. There we go. A half circle skirt. Stand carefully on this chair. I got it over my pants, so just like ignore that. But that's the half circle skirt. It's just a plain half circle, but I think it gives a really nice effect with this schmancy material. This dress sewed up really well. I used the sewing machine through to gather the bishop sleeves, to sew the neckband on, and then I did everything else with the serger. My serger behaved really well with the dress as well. It really was fine with the velvet. It was pretty easy to sew. I cut everything out correctly. I was really worried about the nap, but I got all the nap going down. So it's all, if you pet me, everything's going with the grain. So yeah, I really like how this came out. It is a little bit more fitted in the bust and the shoulders than this pattern usually is when I make it up. And I think it's just because the nature of the fabric. I usually make it with like a double brush poly, which is just a little bit more drapey, a little bit more, it's not as stable of a knit. So it's a little bit of a different feeling, but it does fit really well. As you can see, I feel like the neckband might have been a little bit the problem. Like the neckband might be a little bit too short. I did it at 85%, and I think I should have calculated in the fabric being, the velvet being a little bit less stretchy than I was used to. So I might actually take off this neckband and just hem it. So I might do that maybe tomorrow before I take pictures of the dress. But anyway, that is, that's what I did today. I slept in a little bit till like 7:30. Usually the cats wake me up at like 6:45. I made a black fluffy dress of dreams. And now I need to eat some lunch and do some knitting. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year's Day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys. So I'm in my sewing area. It is darker than I can even talk to you about, but I did cut out the velvet. So I'm going to try to sew the velvet dress. I thought I would show you guys. This is my serger. I've got a sewing machine right here. These are my safety glasses. No prescription, but they make sure that if like my needle breaks or something, I don't blind myself. It's always nice. Making a half circle skirt, which does not come with the pattern. I actually just have a half circle skirt that I've drafted that I attach to like everything. So, cause I didn't want to do like the continuous line. I really wanted that more full half circle skirt instead of the A-line skirt. And then I also, one other thing that I do to change this pattern is I have my own neckband. I measure out around the neck, and then I cut a neckband to 85%. Gather the sleeves because this is where the sewing machine is. So I think that we will pause and come back. Okay, so I have sewn my shoulder seams. I did this on the serger. There it is. Oh, it's so hard to see this because it's black. I'm sorry, guys. So I did this on the serger. So now I need to put in the neckband. The fabric went through the serger, no problem. Looks good. So yeah, this was very easy to work with on the serger. And I then did the bishop sleeves, the gathering stitches on my machine. You can't see them. It's black. But it went through there very easily as well. No problem at all. So now I'm just going to find my bobbin thread on this. Again, incredibly black. Oh my gosh. This is hilarious, y'all. I don't see the best anyway. So this is fantastic. I'm going to just gather up the bottom of this sleeve I'm going to sew these sleeves in flat, and I'm going to sew the cuff on them flat as well, so that I can sew the side seam and the sleeve seam in one big piece. That's not entirely ideal for bishop sleeves. Like, you really should actually, you know, scrunch it up and then put the cap on, like the, what is the word I'm looking for? Cuff on in the round, but I'm not super great at sewing in the round, so I won't be doing that. There's one kind of, see, ruched up a little bit. It's gonna be cute. So yeah, that should be good. This dress is pretty fast to make, honestly. I have made it four times. So it's very easy, but I would consider it pretty easy anyway. That's nice. I don't do a lot of really difficult patterns, to be honest with you guys. I like simple, easy to sew things to do. So anyway, I'm going to take my cuff and I'm going to get the cuff sewn to the sleeve and be back. Okay, so I have done the first of the sleeve cuffs. So I did this on my serger. There's the serge line on the other side. This needs to be pressed down. And I need to pull out any of the little extra gathering stitches, but there we go. That's how I kind of make that happen. I know I keep going out of frame. I'm sorry. So here is my cuff piece. That gets folded in half, short sides together, and then I mark it at its center point. So I do that by folding it on itself. Like I said, I wish this wasn't black. And then right where that fold is, I put a pen. It's the only time I use a pen, because usually I do wonder clips. Here is my sleeve that has been all ruched down. My cuff. Make sure it's even. And then I use wonder clips. These are actually not the wonder clips brand. They're just ones I got off Amazon. I got like 99 of these puppies for like $12. Worth it. So I'm gonna lay this down, right sides together, and I'm gonna clip the very edge of the sleeve to the very edge of the cuff. Can you tell I do not film this kind of stuff ever? So I clip that. I'll do the same on the other side. And I mostly eyeball the center, so I just kind of hold it up and I see where the center should be, and then I see where the pen is, and I put a clip there. All right, and now the fun part. We get to kind of move the gathers around. I move the gathers around so that it is the right length, like so. Put in a couple more of the smaller clips. What's cool about this little set I got is that it has like really big clips, and then it has like these little tiny guys. So I do the big ones as sort of like accent marks, like this is the center front, this is the side, and then the little clips are kind of there to like further hold things in place. So then I'll just take that to the serger and serge it down, and that will be the other side done. And I'll be back. Hello, we are back. So I've sewn the sleeves into the bodice flat and sewed the bodice the rest of the way together. So I've got the octopus, that's what I call it. So this is the sleeve, and there's the front and the back. So now I just flip everything so it's right sides together, and then I sew down the sleeve and through the body. So that's what I'm gonna do right now.